Hi, today's good person to know is Sam Orams. He's founding partner of Bespoke Banter, which specialises in making branded video content. There appears to be a trend going on towards content. If it's online, it has the potential to go viral, in which case it can get picked up by printed media and could very well end up on the telly. There are so many channels now, thanks to digital, Freeview, Sky, Virgin, and they all need content. Sam says it's become really simple to do because technology has become so much more affordable. TV hasn't died, far from it. TV is adapting how its audiences are viewing its content and merging with other platforms to share the experience. Sam says news is the most economical way to get your brand story out there. Did you know that on a quiet news day anything can happen? Well, I didn't. But Sam says when there's nothing to report, your story could end up in the news and it's free. So long as it's done correctly and there is a preferred format that you have to follow, and if you don't give them exactly what they want, then they'll bin it, and what's the point of that? So you need to get it right. Sam explains the process in this video about producing a VNR, a video news release, and tells you a step-by-step process of what you need to do. This video is particularly relevant for anyone wanting to get their brand on the telly, and don't we all? I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.
In recent times, we're starting to see that there's a bit of a cyclical nature happening with content. Stories are starting online, they're going viral, they're trending, then they're getting picked up by online and print media, and before we know it, they're on the evening news. And then they're back on Twitter and they're being discussed again. So we have this kind of washing machine of content going round and round and round. Broadcast channels are launching left, right and centre, and these guys need content. The technology to produce and deliver this content is now affordable, it's more affordable than it's ever been. I would confidently stand here and say that I think broadcast as a platform is probably more accessible now to brands than it's ever been. Contrary to popular belief, telly, I don't think, isn't dead, and it's not even dying. It's adapting to how these audiences are consuming their content, and it's merging with the platforms that they're consuming on. And it's a great time for brands as well to stop thinking of themselves so much as advertisers and marketers, and to start to think of themselves more as media owners, content makers, and maybe even channels in their own right. So news is probably the most economical, the most immediate, and I would say the easiest way to get a brand story onto the box. There's an old saying that goes, on a quiet news day, anything can happen. Sometimes they run out of news to make their content with, and we assume then perhaps we can give them some content with which to make their news. Broadcast news is free, it has to be free, it's editorial, they can't charge for that, it would go against the journalism code. Broadcast is digital. A while ago we would have to give them a tape format and it could have been confusing, but now the digital formats we give to broadcasters are pretty much the same kind of file you'd upload to YouTube. News editors, and they love a story, and if you've got a great story and you can help them with their job, they're going to love you too. Okay, so what are the essential ingredients for a broadcast news story? Incredible common interest story with wow factor. So this could be anything. This could be a great statistic, this could be some scientific research, or just a mind-blowing fact. So, I don't know, 9 out of 10 people have admitted to using Marmite in the bedroom. And there's a lot of great branded content that's already approaching news desks. But again, every day at Reuters Entertainment News Desk, they receive multiple branded news releases. Great stories, a lot of them. However, less than one per week is actually making it onto the Reuters service. Now, the Reuters service is a news distribution service that goes out to thousands of news stations across the world. It's a really powerful tool you can get on it. But less than one a week are making it. So why is that? So let's look at essential ingredients for killing your story. Excessive branding. Obviously, if you've got a big event, you've spent loads of money, your client is going to be kicking you to get that branding in there, and you have to resist. So Sky will not run an advert for your brand on their news channel. They won't do it unless, of course, you're a major sporting event. Editorial, not advertorial. So this is going further. Now we're thinking about what we're saying in our news story. It's a story, an editorial story, about despite the blizzards across Britain, Kate Moss is bearing all in her recent photo shoot. Fantastic, nice editorial story. What this isn't a story about the Seltown brand that hired Kate Moss. You see the difference? News editors are busy, they're bloody busy. Newsrooms are crazy places, and if you don't give them exactly what they want, when they want it, and how they want it, they will bin it. So how do we approach news editors? What's the language? We have to produce what's called a VNR, a video news release, and this is your key to broadcast news. A good VNR, produced correctly, will exponentially increase your chances of getting some content on TV. Well, a VNR is essentially an unmade jigsaw of video parts. So it's all the best bits from your event onto one video file that enables a third party to jump into your content, quickly access the best bits, and then make their own story. Your VNR will have video with it and attached on the email an attached shot list. So the news editor will very quickly see the content of your video. There will then be on your VNR, very importantly, something called GVs. Now this stands for General Views. Now GVs are all the shots that tell the story of your event. Know this, the news station will take your pictures and they will absolutely 100% put their own voiceover under your pictures. So you need to make sure your pictures tell the whole story. You should have establishing shots. Shots of the event as it's beginning to unfold, crowds arriving, for example. If we're talking about a red carpet story here, you should then have shots of the celebrities arriving, walking down the red carpet, the drama building, the photographers snapping the celebrities. And then finally, right at the end, you should have shots of, the big moment, the award ceremony, or the performance, etc. So tell the whole story through pictures. Your chosen shots that you put onto your VNR should be slightly longer than you would imagine them being used. I would recommend taking about 10 seconds from each instance. And then the news editor can then jump in and choose the 2 seconds that he thinks is relevant for him to build his news story. Use the best bits first. Now this is crucial. You want to reach out and smack the news editor around the face with your best pictures first. So put the strongest picture you can find, the picture that really describes the event. Have that first. So the news editor, when he sees it, can see no doubt whatsoever what it's being about. It feels quite raw and uncut, but that's how it should be. Next, interview. Interview should be truthful and natural. Again, we're talking about editorial versus advertorial. So don't use the bit where she says, I love Rimmel. Use the bit where she says, as a model, makeup's essential to my life, and I love to have the best products around me. You're offering sound bites, just little nuggets of best bits.
I'm so excited to see this evening that 18 looks. It's going to be amazing, and I'm excited to kind of experiment with my look. I'm going to go with the 70s, so I think we're going to be doing big hair and big eye makeup tonight. But I'm just so honoured to be working with the brand, and it's been 4 years, so it's such a great relationship, getting to know everyone, and be welcoming Rita as well into the gang. It's always great to have new people involved in the projects.
Always resist the temptation to send an edited film. You mustn't send an edited film. It's your job to help the news editor build their story. It's not your job to do their job. So this is how the pictures might look cut together, but don't send this out.
I'm so excited to see this evening that 18 looks. It's going to be amazing, and be welcoming Rita as well into the gang. It's always great to have new people involved in the projects. I'm excited to kind of experiment with my look. I'm going to go with the 70s, so I think we're going to be doing big hair and big eye makeup tonight.
So what's left? Uploading, encoding, and delivering. So this is essential. You upload in the way that the agency has asked you to upload it to their FTP site or using their carrier. Encode the video file exactly how they want it. Now, there's a great piece of software called MPEG Streamclick. I don't know who uses it, but go down and download it. Think about timing for your VNR. It's essential that your VNR out quickly and that you hit deadlines. If you do a good VNR and have a great story, there's a great opportunity out there to get some great coverage. And just to reiterate, honest value today, absolutely anything can happen.